Soon as about get about 5 more to get started. I'm doing good. Except for I got some bad news, but I'll start that in a minute. As soon as I get it. Now just found some instrumental music I found. Let's see. Alright. Hello everybody, welcome to the JCX Show. I'm your host and the creator of this channel, John Carr. If you're new here, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you use the notification bell, please make sure you click off for future episodes, short videos, and live streaming that coming up. If you got any questions, comments, or you want me to make a shout out to you, please, my comment section is open for you all. And make sure if you plan on leaving, make sure you leave the like button to fight the algorithm. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I'm going to tell y'all, I was going to have something exciting, but the first one's coming in me. Just a couple of hours ago, or just today, I just found out, and I check and make sure it's truly confirmed, that we have a very, very sad news. Malcolm Jamal Warner, the actor who starred as Theo on the Cosby Show, died today in the age of 54. Let me see. What? Warner had died in a drowning accident in Costa Rica, where he was on a vacation with his family. The source said. Warner was swimming in Playa Grenada near the town of Contra in the Bavana limit on the Caribbean coast of Costa Rica around 2:30 p.m. Sunday. A current pulled him deeper into the ocean, according to somebody. They tried to investigate it to see what happened, but they tried to save him. But according to the Red Cross, he died. I just can't believe that he gone, man. Age 54, and he died, man. He's on the Cosby Show. Malcolm and Eddie. What else? Oh, he's on The People versus O.J. Simpson. I don't know what else he on, but I saw some of the clips that he was like a doctor in one of those shows. I don't know what's it called, but he was one of those shows that I saw on the clip, some video clips. And yeah, I didn't believe it at first. I just went through Instagram and I saw somebody talk about him, and I said I did not believe it. So I went to online to see if it's confirmed, and I see 3 different stories, but they're all the same. That's confirmed that he died. And that I like. Oh my gosh! Dang. That's 54, man. I'm sorry. You're probably going to hear it around news and stuff, man. That's really hurt most. I don't know what else to say. I just, it got shocked me. I had to talk to my parents and tell them, "What's up, man? I mean, how did this happen? Why does it happen?" right, we're going to the next one. The next one I'm going to be talking about is the last weekend. It was been all over the social media, and it's been on the Coldplay concert, and something that is shocking to those two. I like why they do that, and then listen to this. Listen to what the Coldplay said.
Yes. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
All right, now hold on. Let me find it because I know I had it somewhere. Right. I know I had it somewhere. Give me a moment. Yeah. The Coldplay accidentally exposed the alleged affair between the astronomer CEO Andy Bryant and his colleague Christian Carbot in one of his concerts. Wow. I like doggone it, man. And I find out that they both work in the same building but in different diverse division. And he take her to see Coldplay. I don't believe this. I don't believe this, man. And here's the kickoff thing. After they found out and they been caught and they going, they were about to lose their jobs. Here's what's up. Mr. Andy Bourne was making his statement, and he said this on July 17th. I said, I want to acknowledge the moment that had been circulating online and the disappointment it caused. No, the only thing is disappointment is that you got caught with another woman. I thought that was his wife, but his wife probably at home pissed off. I don't blame her. What was supposed to be a night of music and joy turned to a deeply personal mistake, playing out in a very public stage. Of course, it's a public stage because you in the public. Oh my gosh! And you gonna blame the cameraman for doing the job? Oh my gosh! See that don't blame nobody but yourself. Let's see, what does he say? I want to sincerely apologize to my wife, my family, and the team of astronomers. You deserve better from me as a partner, as a father, and as a leader. This is not who I want to be or how I want to represent the company I help build. I take time to reflect and take accountability to figure out the next step personally and professionally. I ask for privacy as I navigate that process. I also want to express how trouble it is to should have been a private moment become public without my consent. You in a public concert. You in a public concert. If this would have been a private concert, there would have been nobody around. They wouldn't showing the camera. You would have listened to Coldplay or whoever it is you playing. And yet you said this shouldn't be on the public. I respect the artists and the entertainers, but I hope we can all think more deeply about the impact during of turning someone else's life into spectacular. As a friend once saying, light will guide you home and enlighten your bones, and I will try to fix you. Oh man. The only thing I'm gonna know is the light. The only thing I'm gonna tell you is what's done in the dark comes out to light. Oh. But you know, there's something else y'all should know. Y'all should know this. He wrote this, right? He wrote this. So, my question is, what about Christian Kabat? Where's her letter? Where's her statement? Right? Where's hers? Because we don't see that. We don't see that. But you know what's a sad thing about it? Everybody was worried about the wife of the CEOs, right? But what about the Christian husband, Andrew Cabot? Oh my gosh. I know one thing. Oh my gosh. I know one thing. This Andrew Cabot, whoever he is, I hope he listens to the Orange Juice Jones. 'Cause I saw you walking in the rain. You were holding him, and I will never be the same. Oh boy. So, where's her letter? Where's her little apology? Where's all that? And he's the one that had to say that and said, I apologize and I take responsibility. Wow. She ain't saying nothing. And just want to go home and act like this is... She probably just go home and act nothing. I don't know what she's doing, but she probably go home and act like there's nothing. But I know one thing. To all you married people, let me give you one good advice. Very good advice. If you're planning to go on a concert, go together. Don't go like a man going with another person, another woman, or a woman going with another man. No. Go together, or better yet, find yourselves something in the living room or in the bedroom and watch the concert on TV. I prefer the living room because that way, in case y'all want to dance while you're watching the concert and listening to it. I can't believe that they just did that. You know what's a sad thing? I hope these two are going to get what's coming for them. Karma is going to bite them right where it's going to be at. It's a sad, man. They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have done that. No, not that one. Okay, if anybody who's working on Amazon and you delivery and you're going to do like this, I want y'all to listen to it. Listen to this person who's who wasn't I don't think he's in trouble, But I want you to listen for a moment what he tried to explain to the police. Listen to him.
170, I'm clear. Alright, I'm getting orders to keep you contained right now, okay?
I can't talk with these cuffs on my hands.
Go talk to them. I got my supervisor on the way, and he'll give me the cool, okay?
The packages are on the front porch.
Yeah.
Take a picture. That
Yep.
is protocol.
Yeah.
All right, and she refused to listen, so I drove off. Because I don't have time to be arguing. I don't have time
Yeah,
to
you
be
got a
people
job to
facing.
do.
I got a
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Then all these motherfuckers coming up with their cameras and talking all this shit, putting their fucking hands on me, but they not telling you what they doing. They only telling you what I did. I tried to drive away. She wouldn't let me. She ran to the van.
She ran to the
And
van.
ran inside the van, grabbed the packages, and tried to walk off. And I told her, you can't do that. You refused to listen to me, so I drove off.
Did you put hands on her? or
No, I
anything
did
like
not put hands on her.
that? Okay.
But her husband put hands on me. I don't see him in cuffs. I mean,
Oh
in
my
cuffs.
gosh.
Do you see how you're acting compared to them right now?
Because they the ones fucking with me. How you think I do this
Dude.
for the help, for the fuck? So this is unnecessary.
Once
This
again,
is
I've
unnecessary.
already explained it to you twice, 3 times
Okay.
now.
Have you ever seen somebody argue? Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen two people yell at each other?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
And we
But
separate them.
But yet I'm in cuffs.
Yes. That's the best I can do right now.
Because I never tried to fight it.
behind you, okay?
What? For what?
They're not supposed to be in the front.
All right, but I never tried to fight him, though. I never tried to fight him. That's why the cuffs is on me.
No, they're not supposed to be in the front.
They're not supposed to be on me in the first place because I didn't do shit.
Okay, well, he's a police officer. He detained you.
But I'm not under arrest because I didn't commit no crime.
Take the other hand.
So why the fuck am I in cuffs, man?
Stop cussing, please.
Okay, let me get this straight to all y'all Amazon's drivers. I want y'all paying attention when I'm going to say it like this. If you got a problem with some of these people who really got issues because of the package and stuff and don't get in there, just listen. I know you got a job. You make sure the package is coming in. You deliver it at the right address. You take the picture and let them know that you got it complete. And you move on. Now you got no problem. Look, they ain't got no problem with my neighborhood. My neighborhood is peaceful. My neighborhood is totally peaceful. No matter what. I see a bunch of the deliveries going back and forth. So my neighborhood is peaceful. So they could go back and forth if they want. But some of these neighborhoods, I'm gonna say it like this: they need to be cut off from delivery, from any delivery. Because if anybody will come in with rudeness and argue with them because they try to do their job right for doing things that was in order. They go and deliver in the right way. And then the neighbors going on all that craziness. And this guy, whoever he is, man, I hope he doesn't get any arrest. I hope he doesn't get an arrest. I hope they just let him go because he just did nothing. He just wanted to do his job. That's all. He ain't bother nobody. He ain't going to argue nobody. He just wants to do his job. So whatever the address to those neighbors at needs to be cut off like for life. No delivery from Amazon, no delivery from FedEx, no delivery from UPS, not ever, man. They need to stop that. It's not the driver's fault. It's not their fault. They just put whatever the boxes, whatever the stuff that is in there and deliver to the driver. It's not their fault. They're just doing what it is. And this dude needs a raise. I don't know what is wrong with this world today, but this is getting crazy. They need to stop that. They need to stop that. This is just getting crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to say about that, but they need to stop trying to attack some of these employees. In fact, they should. I see so many videos of these truck deliverers who try to deliver the stuff. And the worst part of it is the damn dogs. Not all dogs, but there's some of these dogs that shouldn't be out there because they'll come after them like they were a mailman. I like, come on. That's why y'all gonna get no stuff from the things you order because of your pets. You got to contain your pets in order for your stuff to be delivered. It's simple as that. And you know what's a trip off? I saw the video that the guy is in the court with this lady, and lady tried to sue him because he was destroying her window, but the video camera comes that her dog destroyed some of the window, and he just run off because he was scared to get bitten by a dog. So, ain't no need that. Ain't no need that. Can't believe he died. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I got one more thing to do, one more thing to say. If you still got the PlayStation 2, I suggest you better keep it. Because even though you get PlayStation 3, 4, 5, and soon later we get a PlayStation 6, and hopefully the PlayStation 6 is going to bring something spectacular, or not. The 10 things that PS2 did better than any other PlayStation console. Alright. And here they are. Backwards. From number 10, the PlayStation 2 was simply ahead of a curve. Sony has never had a play to catch up with the PlayStation 2. One of the issues of a PlayStation console is that they often launch after their competition, which they could take some of the spotlight away from the Sony during the release window. Clearing a clear example that this is a PlayStation 3 which just came out over the year after the Xbox 360 and only managed to surpass it over the course of its lifespan. Thankfully, the PlayStation 2 has no such problem, releasing well over the year before competitors. The GameCube and Xbox were ever released. This allows Sony to churn out dozens upon dozens of video games, including the launch titles like Smuggler's Run, which I never tried that game. Does anybody try the Smuggler's Run before? Because I never tried that. I'll never know what that is. For over the year before the competition failed to catch up with its success, it goes to show the importance of getting there as early as possible. It's kind of cool. Alright, number 9. The PS2 has actually backward capability. It even supports the PS1 memory cards. Today, backward capability with older video games is a common issue and is often treated as such as afterthought by most video game companies. For example, the Xbox 360 couldn't play the most original Xbox games, and the ones that could run related to software elimination, which that's going to be an issue. Similarly, the PlayStation 5 instant compatibility with every PS4 game, with some titles require firmware patches to work properly, and that's why we have problems. That's why they should think about it. Why they need to do all this when they should have find a way to make it to make you want to play the game from the very first classic. Contrast with the PlayStation 2, which used the 64-bit process closely related to the 32-bit processor and its processor. It allows backward capability with PS1 games with handheld through hardware, meaning the PS2 can play the entire library of original PlayStation titles. That's a handy feature, even for playing some of the weirdest PS1 games like Skull Monkeys, which I never heard that before. Giving new players a chance to experience them in firsthand. Alright, number 8. The PS2 was more genuinely innovative. Okay, let's try this. With the modern video game console, there's a pressure to stand out through innovation, ideally without forcing feature with few unnecessary. The PS2 actually handles of this balance better than the most, even comparing to the other consoles in the PlayStation series. To see why it helps, look into the PlayStation 3's less success innovations, many which felt like hardware bloat. The PlayStation 2, by contrast, offered practical features beyond just playing DVDs. It supported value accessories like an iToy, which brought fresh and fun games such as iToy Play. Now, if any of you don't know what the iToy is, it's like a camera for PlayStation 2. You just plug in, they got a USB port. You plug it in, and you got the disc that you're playing in. And just like you look at me, right? And you see some stuff that you to do that, you just use your own hands. You know, just before the PlayStation 3, you had to use the stick and stuff, stick and all that, but you had to use your hands, or you had to balance. I got those games, and I know I got the camera too. So if I ever do that, I will do that on live as soon as I figured out how to do this thing right. So I'm gonna find that. But if y'all look for like an iToy Play, you can find it as like flea market or any other games store that deal with retro games. Alright, number 7. The PS2 had the best controller. Hold up a minute and give me a drink. Like I said, number 7, the PS2 had the best controller. The DualShock 2 perfectly analog and rumble gameplay. Video game controllers have evolved rapidly throughout the 21st century. And today, they are most modeled closely after the Xbox 360 design, which itself is influenced by the PS1 controller, and further back, the Super NES controller. As a result, the modern controllers tend to look very similar. Even with the PlayStation 5's controller featuring large grip to more closely resembling to Xbox Series X/S, all that. Compared to the PlayStation 2 controllers, the DualShock 2 is clear but meaningful evolution to the original PlayStation's DualShock. Its smaller grip made gameplay feel more intense, leading to fun, high-energy sessions in the game like Gran Turismo 4, which, by the way, I watched that movie, Gran Turismo. I think I got that, but I love that show. I love that movie. I love that movie. I got the game, but I have a hard time with it. So if anybody wants to feel like to give me a tutorial about how to play the Gran Turismo, please feel free, because we all gotta learn something in those video games, okay? We all got a weakness and the strongest. So as long as we help each other out, we might have a little competition, but we do this for fun. Combined with this weird wired connection, the controller gave us more tactic, immediate feedback, almost feel like a DualShock coming directly from the PlayStation 2. Alright, number 6. The PS2 have a greater longevity. The PlayStation 2 was on sale for 13 years. 13 years. Dang. And what we have, PS3, between 4 to 6 years for each. And the PS2 was in for 13 years. And PS5 was just what? Between 4 to 5 years. And they just said, let's just go and get started with the PlayStation 6. I mean, dang. We just got found out that they're going to stop with the PS4, but the PS4 is still out there somewhere. And the games are still out there somewhere. And now you got on the PS5. And I got my reason why I don't want no PS5. But when they start a PS6, I mean, dang. It's like it's too early. Y'all rushing too much. Calm down. Give us a breathing. Let us enjoy most of these games that we have. But you know how it is. Anyways. Video game consoles are more advanced than they used to be, which gives them a better chance at long-term readiness comparing to something like the PS1. The challenge now that is with the technology moving so quickly, of course. Some consoles don't last long as they could. Take for the PS4 for example. While it's still on sale on most markets, game developers has it slowed to crawl. The PS2, on the other hand, stayed on the market from its launch in the 2000 until around 2013, with new games still coming out months after it's officially discontinued. The parts of longevity comes from how solid the hardware was. Allowing even the next-gen titles to be adapted for, with Call of Duty, World of War, Final Fronts as being Nobel example. Wow. Alright, number 5. The PS2 was a better media center. I repeat, the PS2 was the better media center. PlayStation could play movies and video games. But most of all, they also play with CDs too. I ain't joking. If you got lie, we just found more features on PlayStation 1, and you found more features on PlayStation 2, so What more features are we going to find out on PS3, PS4, and PS5? We're just going to keep. It's like, what was it? An Easter egg hunt. We're just going to find it. Modern video game consoles often aim to be more than just gaming system. They are designed to function as a full media centers capable of playing movies, music, and more. The issue is that many of them, most notably the PS5, don't support all media formats, with CDs being key example. Wow. And that's my another reason why I don't get no PS5. If you can't play my CDs, then what's the use to buying you? All my media formats, The PS2, by contrast, was surprisingly well equipped as a media center. While many people bought it to play DVD movies, its backward capability with PS1 also means that the PS2 could play music CDs. So if any of y'all are still playing the CDs, please just keep going with that. On top of that, it supported games that blend cinematic storytelling, music seamlessly, like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Alright, number 4. The PS2 made better use of DVD technology. What? So my question is, who's gonna make a better Blu-ray? Is it the PS3? The PS4? I don't know about PS5 because they might say we might have an error. I don't know. Looking back at the PS2, if it's bigger than it's always. In the 1990s, it became necessary for most video games companies, especially those who make consoles, to transition to ultimate disc formats like CDs, which often much larger to storage space. To be frank, modern consoles don't always make the most of these formats. Take the PlayStation 5 for example. Some games are only partially stored in a massive UHD Blu-ray disc. Requires large downloads just to function. This is another reason why I don't like some of these games, because you're gonna have to download all that kind of craziness. I mean, if you can't get enough space, just say we're going to probably do something on digital, and if we find the space for it, let's make it like let's make it on Blu-rays, make it all fit in there. There are things that are simpler in the PS2 era, when an entire game like Final Fantasy 12 could fit in a single DVD. While it's true on a few PS2 titles came in a multiple disc, that still doesn't excuse that some of the PS5 games only have part of the data on a much larger disc, forcing players to go online just to install the rest. So my question is this. Why do some of these games that you have to install some of it and that you have to download the rest of it? Don't you think you could just, get it in there just for installation only for any physical gamers out there that they deserve? See, this is a problem. This is a problem. Like Nintendo Switch 2, right? That when you buy a physical copy, you see that little key thing, and they said, well, we could give you a little bit of a game to install, but you gotta download the rest of it online. So I waste my gas, I waste my time, I waste everything just to go back home and waste more time just to download the rest of that stuff. I call it, what the heck is wrong with y'all? That's a rip-off for the physical people, for physical media gamers out there. We don't deserve that type of stuff, man. If you can't fit in some of these games, just say we can't fit in it. You might have to download it for digital only. But if you got enough to fit in one, make it to fit in one. Then make another one. I know it's going to be waste of cartridge, waste of disc, but it's well worth it. You may be smart, but you also make a dumb decision at the same time. Wow. That's pathetic. I'm sorry. I had to be honest with that. Can't make this right. Can't make this right, man. Alright, number 2. The PS2 has the greater originally. There weren't any many sequels or remakes in the PS2 libraries. That is another reason why I love PS2. Over the past decade, video games have evolved to the point that many now consider them a legitimate art form or part with cinema television. But despite this recognition, originally in the gaming that's largely stalled in the favor of remakes and sequels, the PlayStation 5 is clear sample of this, with much of this library made up for familiar titles. In contrast, the PS2 era was a golden age for originally, when bold and high concept games could thrive without the same pressure on rely on established brands. It was during this time like a major franchise like God of War was born. And let me tell you something, the first God of War I ever played, it was... damn! It brings me to the next level. It brings me to a next level. I just like, I want that story. I like that. I like the way the graphic, I like this, and I feel sorry. I thought he might have, Kratos might have a happy ending, but in the end, he's not. But he's sitting on the throne and become the new God of War. Reshaping the video game landscape. If only the PS5 embracing the same spirit of innovation, which I don't think they were. Now, the number one reason for PS2 is real good. The PS2 was more affordable. Players got better deals in the age of PS2. To recap, the PlayStation 2's main purpose was to be in the video game console. However, it offered a range of additional features that went beyond the core function. It could play DVD movies, music CDs, and even run its own version of Linux. All this came down to the launch price of just $300. Which is equivalently roughly in 2025, $552. But back in the time, $300 was not a bad price. I mean, I understand it's good. I mean, it's the best thing. You get that, you get one game, and you're good. All you have to do is just chill out, play what you got to play, and wait till any other games come out. And if you see the game for you like to come out, and you want that, go get it. But here's the thing. You can play your PS1 games, even the ones you never played yet or haven't played yet. And here's the best part. You can play your DVDs. Any format of DVDs. You can play your CDs. Any format of CDs. You can play the eye candy with the camera. of yourself, just like you look at me for example, and you playing yourself with it. This is why the PS2 might become the legendary. That's why they making what's it called, the PlayStation X for PS1 and PS2, and maybe more for it. Let's see what. For what it's worth, the $552 is still a solid value for the console that can do all that and play major titles like Kingdom Hearts. Oh wow. It's an easy contrast on today's console, including the PS5 for many, even the PS5 base price for $400 feels out of reach, especially when the fashion is at the high cost for individual games. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there is one more thing. If y'all watch the Spider-Man, into the Spider-Verse, it been delayed again until June 25, 2027, so we may not gonna see it. So GTA 6 probably comes out before that. Oh! Let me stop this music for a minute, because this is real. This is real. I want y'all to listen to me. Especially here in the Western. Whether you're Europe or in America, I want y'all to listen. Because this one here in an Eastern version, this one guy did something that nobody ever did. I'm going to read this to you. I want you to listen. During a finance crisis, Haruka, if I say it right, Nishimatsu, the CEO of Japan Airlines, reduced his own salary instead of laying off employees. Let me say it again. He reduced his own salary instead of laying off employees. He earned less than some of his pilots, rode bus to work, and ate in the same cafeteria as his staff. No private jets, no corner office with a view, no golden parachutes. He even removed his office door to stay accessible to everyone. Leadership isn't about titles or perks. It's about taking care of your people, especially when things get tough. So he did something bravely, but he's not a greedy type. Unlike here in the West, they're going to lay off most of the people, because they try to save money or put some AI stuff in there. So, Mr. Haruka Nishimatsu, I saying, God bless you, bro. God bless you. I hope somebody out there read this article or heard about this and take his example. Now, if the world really hates for what you're doing something that's right, screw him. Forget him. You did something right. If the world hates you, let them. I don't even care either. I'm trying to do something right. Because let me tell you something. If I own a business, right, and I make, like, let's say, billions. I make 10 times more than all these employees. I will subtract them. Because every one of them did an excellent job, and they got like crisis, and they got bills to pay and everything, and they don't want to lose their job. So I cut down. I would rather cut down my salary to give them a raise. than to save money and than to fire them and let this AI take over. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'd rather do the right thing, man. I know y'all probably say I no, you wouldn't do that. I would, cause and we supposed to help people out there, some of them, and we supposed to do something now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know this movie called Fantastic Four, the first step is coming up, and I'm going to say it like this. I have a feeling that if I'm going to see this movie, I have a feeling it's going to be a failure one. Because you have Susan Storm as a leader. Like, what the heck? I thought Reed Richards was the leader, man, because he's a scientist. And Johnny better be Johnny, and the thing better be the thing. Otherwise, I'm going to be disappointed, man. Galactus wants a baby. Trade for the Earth. Are y'all serious? If I'm going, then I'll put down how much I'll rate that, and for my judgment book, I hope it passed. But if not, it's not. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time I have. Thank you for watching the JCX Show. My name is John Carr, and I hope I'll see y'all again. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new, and make sure you hit the like button to fight the algorithm. All right, be safe, be cool, drink plenty of water, ice cold water. Be safe, and may God be with you. Peace.